Hi guys, I thought I would start this video with just a few minutes of quiet, and as I started recording it, I actually hear an airplane, which is a rare occasion around here unless they're crop dusting, which really sucks. But yet that's another story. But it was so still before. All I could hear was the birds in the pond. It was beautiful. I come over to work, not sit here and stone out, but it's just really nice. At any rate, this is just kind of a look around. I'm going to do a midsummer update, so it's coming next here in a few minutes. But for the moment, everything is growing well. I seem to, it's been a fucking beautiful growing season here. Adequate amounts of nice rains and no extreme floods. Sometimes this whole area here goes underwater. Actually, one year I found my fish over on my neighbor's lawn over there. All of them. 4 great big goldfish all laying side by side on the lawn. And there's all kinds of traumas. I have winds that come in here and just tear the shit out of stuff. But this summer so far has been absolutely beautiful, and we're past the 4th now and moving on into the end of the month and then August. Now, my plants, my corn is all tasseling right now. This corn here is tasseling now. And as I say, I'm going to do a walk around and show you stuff a little closer. All right, bye. Good evening, YouTube. This is my old Ford. I thought I would shoot a little video here. Show you how things are coming. This is my midsummer update. This is my sweet corn. You see, I put this line up because we get these wicked northwesterly winds, and some years I've had it actually blow over here. And you can see this the tallest ones are rated about 6 feet tall. Now, these haven't started to tassel yet. My other corn up yonder has. This is the green beans. I had a case of that spotty mold show up, which I've never had to deal with in the beans before, ever. And I took and cut off all the affected parts and sprayed it really good with sulfur, and hopefully I caught it. There's a lot of flowers, a lot of little beans on it. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. This idle piece here, I was intended to plant potatoes, those big mounds, all the way down through here, and I just didn't get to it. So I never do that great with potatoes anyway. This is a row of beets, which I've thinned twice. I got so many beet greens now that frozen that I don't really need any more. But I'll freeze some more, and then also I'll can all the beets. Finally, my little flower garden here is starting to look like a flower garden. It was just looked like weeds for a long time, but these bachelor buttons are all blooming. My girlfriend weeded it pretty good. This needs a little bit more weeding in here, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I think, all in all, I'm pretty pleased considering I started out with no plants. Those of you who saw the last video realize I was laid up all winter and I didn't have my greenhouse. This is a variety of squash. I can show you. They're all getting ready. They're all through here. This is different. These are acorn squashes, and I don't know, there's a bunch of difference. And I've been getting the hell out of the cucumbers. I'm about ready to pick a bunch more this evening, I think, and you see there's a lot of them just hanging around. I'm trying to get a gallon so I can make bread and butter pickles. But you can see they're just loaded. loaded with blossoms. And this is more squash. And I thought this was a pumpkin plant, but I guess I got robbed on that. Every year I plant some stuff and I get the seeds. I'm so unorganized. My seeds are very unorganized too. Anyway, my girls have all gone to bed over here. I got a few bees still working. They're pretty busy. They're a pretty busy bunch. I don't know if you can see down in here. You can see them all just hanging around. I noticed there was quite a pile, a lot of them up at the pond drinking here a little while ago when I came over. My little fruit trees are doing okay. These are pears. And I got quite a lot of them on here actually. There's nothing on this for there. There's a couple, but this is the worst of them. And the peaches are just loaded with little peaches, but a lot of them have fallen off, and I think that, it's going to take a few years, a couple more years before I start. But you can see they're doing their thing. For any new viewers, this is my compost project over here, which is beckoning me to do some work. I'm really kind of behind schedule here, but I got plenty of time. I mean, I'll take all of this. See, the whole idea is to start here, move it here, move it here, move it here, blah blah blah, down to the end. And all of these were overfilled, so you can see how much it's actually decomposed, composted, all of them. So, once stuff starts going by, once I pull that broccoli out, I'll take and, I'll put 6 or 8 inches of compost on everything. This is Indian corn here, different decorative corn. Couple of big cabbage plants. I didn't plant much cabbage because I'm going to start planting a lot more cabbage in the future because I want to learn a lot more about fermenting, which I'm not very knowledgeable of. But I'm still getting broccoli every day. Now you can see these little florets everywhere. Every day I come down through. I got them all off of here. These are all just in 24 hours. They've come back. I usually get a good sized package to freeze every day. And when I was first harvesting, I harvested all the big heads. So I got a pile of broccoli frozen. This is zinnias, I think. And this is a pepper plant down here that got buried, but it's still growing good actually. And I don't know what this stuff is. I just threw, like I said, I threw handfuls of seeds everywhere this spring because I didn't have any plants. And what I refer to as my kitchen garden, is growing like crazy. Everything is fairly evident what's going on here. These are bush tomatoes, obviously, and these are all climbing tomatoes down through here. These are my sunflowers all along here. These are all volunteer. They just came up. Peppers down through here, and I've already got several peppers, and I got a lot of tomatoes coming. And I don't know if you can see what kind of my trellis affair here, but I saw somewhere this morning over here. Look at this bunch. So, it won't be long. And the small ones are just loaded. This was that first row of peas that died for no reason, so I replanted it with morning glory. So these are all going to blossom here pretty quick. And as you can see, now this is This particular plant here is about 7 feet to the top, and it's tasseling, and in fact it's pollinating. You can see the little corn, so it won't be too awful long, and I'll be getting corn off here. This is more chard, which I'll freeze. I've already froze a pile of it. And these nasturtiums went crazy. It's the biggest, these are the biggest nasturtium leaves I've ever seen, really. Rhubarb, I got a bunch of it. More potatoes. Some more later onions. These 2 rows are pretty much done. I'll cover those with compost soon. These other 2 rows, I got little stuff in, but I'm saving that for the chickens. Been picking peas, going like crazy. We've got so many peas frozen. And I got one more picking off these tall ones, and probably one more off this bottom mess. But I've got a huge pile of them already froze. More beets here. Of course, lettuce, most of which I feed to my chickens now. And coming around, beautiful day. A few mosquitoes around tonight, not too awful bad, but they're around. Yeah, so all in all, we've had a hell of a good growing season. We've had adequate amounts of rain. Good warm days, humid days. I'm really pleased so far. If I can get through another 2 or 3 weeks without something really radical, then I should be golden. And everything down here is the same. I have 7 fish in here. I rarely see them all at once. Alright guys, I just thought I would bring everybody up to date. Hope everybody's having a good time and enjoyed your holiday weekend and are settling in for the rest of the summer. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later. There was one other thing I wanted to include. I wanted to show you this tree over here. Now this tree, this spring, come out green, covered with leaves. You can still see the leaves are still on it. But if you look, you'll see that the whole tree is now dead, or dying very quickly. And this is just another classic example of what I'm seeing all over the place. All over, everywhere I go in South Dakota, I'm seeing this. And I don't want to let that whole idea not sink into people, because it's happening, and it's happening all over the world. The trees are just dying, and there's no apparent reason. There's no, it's not one particular species. It's not one particular place. It's just random, and they're just dying like crazy. I got a bunch more pictures. I'll at some point I'm going to put it all together and publish it. Sucks. I wanted to show you my pear and cherry tree. They're just loaded. I don't know how much of this you can see, but the pears are just loaded. And the cherries are just loaded too. I mean, this thing is just filled with cherries. And you can see that they're just starting to ripen. So another couple of days and I'll be picking cherries. But you look at them, it's just loaded. I'm going to have one right now, actually. All right.